Hello and welcome back to everyone. I'm another edition of Smackdown Out of 10. And following a successful cash-in on Money in the Bank contract last week, Tiffany Stratton showed up to celebrate her first week as champion. Speaking of titles, two on the line this week as Shinsuke Nakamura defended against LA Knight, and Chelsea Green put her title on the line against Michin. And with the Rumble less than a month away, WWE have also spent time building up for that. But Smackdown opened with a quick recap of the Raw's debut on Netflix before Paul Heyman came out to discuss Roman Reigns winning his title back and becoming New Fella. Cody Rhodes came out and Kevin Owens showed up a few minutes later, insulting Rhodes until he leapt over the barricade and went after him. Meanwhile, Heyman was in the ring alone when Fatu and Tonga showed up. Jamie Uso tried to make the save but was taken down by Fatu. I think emphasising Fatu, Rhodes eventually made his way back to the ring to help drive Fatu and Tonga away. After the break, Michin was in the ring waiting for Green to come out to defend the title. But yeah, maybe leading Fatu as the leader of the bloodline. That would be interesting to see the dynamics when Solo comes back. But yeah, the challenger was aggressive right out of the gate. She went on the attack when Green defeated to win the belt, so she was hoping to right a perceived wrong. Unfortunately for her, Piper Niven was at ringside, giving the champ an unfair advantage. A pretty average match. Green and Ewan both looked good, but didn't quite live up to their previous performance, and Green retained with a pin, but you could tell Mia Yim was not done with her yet, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Kit Wilson and Elton Prince were in action against LDF. All four men started high flying before the ref could call for the bell. The high flyers kept control first and used their speed to keep Wilson on defence. While this was not a totally one-sided battle, Los Garza's definitely dominated most of the action. Wilson even tried to yell for DIY to come and help them. Angel and Berto got the win thanks to a little help from Santos and Electra. This was a short, uneventful match, but Los Garza's getting a win is never a bad thing. They're a great team with unlimited potential, and hopefully they can really fulfil it. 6 out of 10. We then saw Nakamura defend his US title against LA Knight. They kept locking up and finding themselves in a stalemate. They eventually matched up in almost every way, which is always a fun dynamic for the match. Knight eventually found his way to take control and brought Nakamura out the ring to slam him, his head into the announce table several times. These two had a handful of matches and their chemistry has grown with each other. Nakamura's versatility pushed Knight outside his comfort zone a bit. Unfortunately, the match ended in disqualification when Tonga and Fatu interfered. Early in the night, Fatu outlocked them out of the building, so this was them getting a bit of revenge. Jimmy and Cody ran them off. The tag match Nakamura versus Knight was fun, but the ending kept it from being what it could be really. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if we get that again or not. But I'm going to give it 7 out of 10 for this match. It was good up to that point, but yeah, at the same time, didn't really feel like closure on the feud between these two. Before 18 Down Under then battled the Motor City Machine Guns, and after a segment backstage, Aldis and some of the SmackDown tag teams, the match was booked. The two teams could not be more different. Shelley and Sabin, fast-paced wrestlers working at breakneck speed, but Theory and Waller a bit more methodical and employ power moves. It's always good to see David fight live, but seeing it as a 2-on-2 match is not common, so it created a fun dynamic. The match was a quick pace and a lot of great double team action. MTMG played good underdogs who would get in short bursts of offense. Everyone was working well together and put on an entertaining performance, but in the end it was MTMG who scored the win with a skull and bones. And I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for me. Like I say, it wasn't like a legendary match that you'll remember forever, but it's pretty solid in-ring action and probably the result that we all expected, and I think probably the right result too. So yeah, 6 out of 10. Tiffany Stratton then came out after a break to celebrate women winning the championship. She got a great reaction, especially when Brian and Saxon interviewed her, but Nia Jax called her ungrateful and threatened to end her life. The segment led to a number 1 contenders match booked by Aldis to see who got to fight Tiffy. Bayley, Jax, Bianca, Blair and Naomi were the competitors. The three baby faces teamed up and Jackson drove her out the ring immediately. Whenever Jax was in the ring, everyone else would fight her. As soon as she was thrown out the ring, again Bayley and Blair would start going at it. These two had a lot of issues going back to 2023, so they weren't holding back like Naomi and Blair did against each other. Ray eventually showed up to provide support for Jax, but it ended up not making a difference. Bayley scored the win with a raised plant on Naomi for the win. Yeah, gets 7 out of 10 for me. Slightly surprised that Bayley got the win, but I think as a good first challenger, I think Bayley's definitely the right reliable person. I thought it was a really good match too. So yeah, I think it probably makes sense. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Before this week's main event saw Jimmy and Cody take on Fatu and Tonga. These four have been fighting on and off all night, so all this wanted them to finish in the ring. Once the initial brawl settled down, Tonga and Fatu began to isolate Uso with quick tames and double team moves. For a long time, Jimmy was struggling to gain any sort of momentum. The American Nightmare got the hot tag and turned the tide in his favour with a series of high impact moves. Owen showed up and fought Rose to the back, which left Jimmy alone to fight both opponents. Fatu and Tonga were too much for him in the end, and Fatu hit a moonsault from the pin to get the victory for himself and Tonga. This is an enjoyable but incredibly predictable match. Betting on KO showing up would have been the safest money in Vegas. KO and Rose ended up crashing through the table while fighting near the stage. The show ended up with both men being looked at by officials. So yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought it was a really good match. Kind of revitalising the bloodline, I think, with Fatu and Tonga, and then also building up that Owens feud as well. So yeah, I thought it definitely served its purpose there, and undoubtedly the babyface will get their revenge too. So 7 out of 10. overall, SmackDown this week gets 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent episode of SmackDown this week, I've got to say. I thought some of the great stuff was around the women's division, the bloodline stuff, lots of chaos that Nick Aldis had to deal with. But I thought, yeah, the 3 hour SmackDown's maybe starting to be in their rhythm a bit now, and I thought, yeah, it's a pretty decent stable, a really good main event in there as well. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.